All right, everybody, welcome to January breakfast. That's what I always have called it, even though it's not breakfast anymore. Although technically I'm having my coffee, which is kind of my breakfast, so it counts. I'm really excited to talk to y'all today. It's been 2018 is over, okay? It's done. Good, bad, indifferent. We are starting fresh and we are starting new. And it's time to start thinking about you, your business, yourself, your family, what you want to achieve. I know we've been talking a little bit already about our goals. And pardon me, I think everyone on here, I don't know about Becky, so I have to check on Becky's goal. But most of you have already been sharing your goals with us this year. Would anybody like to share before we kind of get started what 2019, what your goals are going to be? Because you've already put some of the things in the chat boxes up, but I'd love to hear from you.
I'll start.
Okay.
My goals are very simple for 2019. Of course, I want growth, but what I'm going to focus on and what my goals are is to communicate, connect, and serve, both with my team and my family. I think if I do that effectively, the rest will take care of itself. I know that I have some very motivated people on my team that are going to be working hard, and I will be working, but I want to have a little more balance in my life this year.
I think we all dream of that, Pat.
Pretty excited for you.
I've been kind of lopsided for a while. I've worked a lot. I've worked really hard in my business for years. And sometimes I've not been able to, or I have not been there for people that I wanted to be. I was there for my mother for many years. Taking care of her and running my business was about all I could do. But there have been times I've missed things. I don't want to miss anything else with my family or with my friends that, that's important to me. So I really am seeking that balance this year, and rather than focusing so much on what I can do in my business, I'm going to focus more on how I can serve others for them to grow their business and how we can communicate better, connect more.
That's great. I love that, Miss Pat. And it is about balance. And we're actually going to talk a little bit about balance today. Who else wants to share?
I can read off Becky's if you guys don't mind, because she typed it into the chat box.
Perfect.
Becky said, a major goal of mine is to get my team more involved in recruiting and coming to meetings. Personal goal is to make money this year instead of breaking even.
Woohoo!
That's an excellent way to go.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. I was waiting for that.
I hate because I try not to be the first to talk. I feel like I'm always the first to talk, so I try to give everybody a chance. So my big hairy goal is executive by the end of the cycle. So that's roughly December. I haven't looked at that calendar yet, so I need to. But I want it by the end of the cycle, not necessarily the end of the calendar year. Honor Society again would be great just for the extra money in my pocket. And I want my team to hit 750,000 this year because we broke 500 for 2018. So I don't think that another 250 is too crazy. It's a little stretch, but it ain't too crazy. And I definitely want to develop some more leaders. I need to really lock down a number of the leaders that I want to do. Like, that's important just for those who are just listening in. You can't just say, I want to develop more people. I really need to lock down a number. And that's something that I'm still mulling over personally, because I don't want to stretch myself too thin. And I want to make sure that I'm giving those folks the attention that they need. But I also want some explosive team growth this year. So I have to figure out how that all is going to work together. So, and of course, my trip to Mexico is very importante. So that's it.
That's awesome. Anybody else want to share their goal?
I will.
Okay, Deb.
My main goal for next year is to team build. That's my thing. I want to team build. I was really excited to get second generation people. It was like a party at my house. If y'all had been here, y'all would have thought I'd lost my mind. I mean, I was hopping and dancing. The dog was barking. It was ridiculous, but it was fun. As April said, you need to develop leaders on your team. By the end of 26, I want to be at least bronze leader. I need to have 4 bronze ambassadors on my team, and I need 2 silver ambassadors. So I've really got to start working with the people on my team now to develop some leaders in my team and motivate some people to start building a team themselves. So that's my goal for next year.
Great goal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wonderful. Anybody else want to go ahead and share? Okay, I'm going to get started then. If anybody wants to jump in at any time, you definitely can. Pardon me. Pardon me. That dry cough thing. Anyway, if anybody wants to jump in at any time, please do. I've kind of set the January breakfast up maybe a little different than, hey, SMART goals and all those kind of things. I want you to work one-on-one with your coach on that, with your mentor. Because at the end of the day, you need to have that relationship. And if you don't, and you feel like you need to go to Miss Pat or come to me and let me help you do that, I'll be happy to. I want everybody to really start thinking when they're setting their goals, not just what is it, kind of like April said, and Deb, when are you going to get there? What numbers are involved? And you break it down into small pieces. Deb is really smart when she's saying, hey, I need 4 bronze ambassadors. I need 2 silver ambassadors. I need, so knowing those things and having those goals are big. And I also want you to get in a mindset. If you need those 6 people, how many people do you think you're going to be working with to get the 6? Okay. Yeah. You always at least want to double that. And I tell people that for a reason, because this business isn't for everybody. Now, if you're on this call, it is for you. Because you care and you're here. So I'm not talking about you. You're here for a reason. But there are people who get started, who get really excited, who it just may not fit their lifestyle today. So don't be freaked out when those things happen, because it's called life and we all have one. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I got a simple agenda, but it's a little longer than I thought it was because I kind of got excited. I kind of got a little excited myself this year. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for 2019. It looks simple. Here's a quick agenda. We're going to kind of talk about, the them of the year. I meant theme, my theme of the year. We're going to talk about our calendars a little bit. We're going to talk about Rep Fest and our Dime Challenge. Some themed activities and some calls to action. Keeping it really simple. That's my goal this year. If you plan right, and you actually take time to plan, you get to have a life. Anybody want to have a life this year?
Oh, yeah.
They want to make money compared to breaking even, Becky. I am totally with you on that. So that's what we're going to plan to do, and we're going to talk about how to do it. First off, Team Unlimited does have their calendar. I went ahead and put January out. I know you guys all my leaders anyway, have calendars, and you added to it, did whatever you want for your own stuff. I am probably going to be doing some additional edits and things to this, and I have found out a way for everybody, just so you know, to make an Excel spreadsheet and upload it into your Google Calendar. So if you work off Google Calendar, this will be really simple to load all of your stuff in for the year, and you're done. So I'll let you guys know how to do that, and I'll set out a sheet on it. But we'll be publishing these. We're going to publish like 90 days at a time. That way, things change. We're going to have to put more stuff on here as things come up. Avon really hasn't announced a lot of their big calendar stuff, but they did something amazing. Oops, I got past that. I just got to get to the page and go back. They actually put their Avon corporate meetings and when they're going to be and put them out there for everybody. So while this isn't on our schedule, I will make sure that this is on the Team Unlimited page, so you'll always be able to look it up. You should be able to find it. but you and I both know things disappear sometimes when you start looking up and vibing or look up in the system. So this is your Avon is once a month on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock at night. There's an opportunity meeting the first Thursday of every month. Every leader should plan on using that opportunity meeting, by the way. Yes, you should do your own, but while you're out and you have people that are on the border, make sure that they know that they can get access to this opportunity meeting. There's a bronze leader and above call every 4 weeks on Tuesday. And of course, they actually announce the virtual sales meetings and when they're going to be. That's every 4 weeks on a Monday. I love how they make it simple. I know they're actually also announcing when the sales meeting in box is coming out and giving you a definite date. So once they do the virtual meeting, the next day they ship out. So you should, for everybody who's setting their calendars up, I know one of the big complaints last year is they didn't come when they were supposed to come. This year, they're telling you when they're going to do it, and we're going to yell at them until they keep it right. So I wanted to let you know that was there. I got really excited because when Avon Corporate puts out things, that's a good thing. That means they're really planning for the year. Now, regarding training, there's something new that we're going to do. I'll be reaching out to the leader probably next week to start looking at this. And maybe not filming it to the next week because I know we've got people going. But we are going to publish a 15 to 20 minute YouTube video for new representatives from the sales leaders of this team. And I say that because it's so important. If you want to participate, I want you to participate. What this will actually do was we're going to continue our Monday night meetings as we have been, but we're going to change them up. We're going to put like one Monday will be social selling, and we talk all about how to social sell. The next Monday, we're going to talk about selling our skincare, fragrance, and health and wellness. Because why? That's our money makers, right? We're going to teach them how to sell the products. The next class, we're going to talk about fundraising and what that can do for their business. And lastly, we're going to teach them how to plan, how to use their what's new, the product-focused selling. Those are the things that are going to make new representatives money at the end of the day. So what it's going to do is not only give our new reps an opportunity to learn a new segment each week, but it's going to give our other representatives who maybe need to brush up on certain skill sets an opportunity to come in on Monday nights as well. If you guys want to see changes to that or additions, please let me know. I am open to interpretation at the moment. I've got to create and build all these things, but I'll get them done. So how does this sound? Good? The whole point in doing the intro video, like the 15 and 20-minute training video, is that you can, if you don't want to create your own, this is from the whole leadership team. And everybody will kind of have a piece and a part of it. And I'm going to, you guys can own your piece. So say you get 3 minutes on teaching about taking an order. How do you do it? So everybody's going to have their piece. And I think it's going to give so much more in-depth knowledge so that when they do come to those Monday night meetings, that maybe they can ask different types of questions. So,
Rhonda?
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Are we going to do the series of skincare trainings first, as we discussed?
We are going to be doing skincare trainings. You are absolutely, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, Pat.
Okay.
That's kind of, you see the number 3 is doing various skincare trainings throughout the quarter. So in-depth skincare, in-depth health and wellness selling, and then we are really going to talk about social selling this year. And when they say social selling, what is it? What does that mean? Is it just posting something from your website? No, it's not. So we're going to learn those things. Gotcha. We're going to learn those things, guys. I apologize for the cough. I'm looking for a cough drop. I don't see one. Anyway, but does anybody have anything that you want to comment or talk about on those? And I know Pat's not here, but you notice that more Facebook posts from Pat. She has really vowed this year to communicate more and do more videos, and she's going to use her webcam instead of her, really work on communicating. Everybody really enjoyed her message at Christmas, and we want her to continue. There's so much knowledge inside of Miss Pat's head. We've got to get it out in a format that we can keep and we can use and we can share. So that's another focus and a goal. I'd also say that if you have a talent, something that you think you're good at, and you want to do a 5-minute video, we want to keep that collective and be able to use that. So if you want to tell me how to make a gift basket in a 10-minute video, we're going to post that and keep that to share. Then you will never have to say it again to a new person. You just say, here's my video. It shows you how. It's an amazing concept to have that depth of information ready to go and in your hand. You can text out a link. They can do it on their phone. It's sometimes hard to get them to go to youravon.com and go to a training class, but you can send them a quick 5-minute link. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of good things about doing the little videos. Now, trying to skip to it. We're still going to continue on our end of campaign leadership meetings. Still 7:30 for now. Although, I did have a question. Do you think the 9 o'clock new rep class is a good time? Or do you think we should move it to 8 p.m.? I only asked, and that's something to think about that we need to talk about. I'll send out a vote on
I was going to say you might want to do a vote because I've tried some stuff at 8 and some at 9, and it's kind of a mixed bag. It's really hard to tell. And like when my kids were younger, 9 o'clock worked best because I had to put them to bed at 8 and 8:30. So then they were all shuffled. Now they're a little bit older. It's a little more open, but so everybody's at a different place, and we're never going to be able to make everybody happy.
I know. And we do have people, like Becky's 2 hours. I think you're a 2-hour time difference, right, Becky? 1 hour. Okay. We have a few people that are 2 hours time difference. I want to make sure that people can get home. But anyway, something to think about. I know sometimes when we have 9 o'clock meetings, we're all dragging here on the East Coast by 9 o'clock. So it's something to kind of think about. Now let's get down to some fun stuff. Guess what? Rep Fest. Rep Fest is going to be happening in New Orleans this year. Really, really, really excited. It's August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Who's been to New Orleans before? Who has not been to New Orleans? Y'all, it's the bomb. You're going to have so much fun in New Orleans. It is an amazing
I've been to New Orleans before.
Yeah, I love it. Don't you, Cassandra?
Yes, I love it.
I can just see myself having a cafe au lait, and I'm at Cafe Du Monde, and I'm eating a beignet covered in powdered sugar, and so is my outfit. Like right now. Because it is one of my favorite things to do in New Orleans. And you're sitting out Jackson Square and just people watching. It is amazing. So I'd say this for a reason. I don't know how exciting going to Ohio was. I know it was cool. That is not the same thing as going to New Orleans. And it's not the same as Vegas. New Orleans is its own Southern charm that it's really hard to reproduce. So and I'll say this, most of you guys are within driving distance of New Orleans. Am I right? Becky, how far are you? You're the only one I don't know. But and I don't think you're too far because I know how far my friend Brendan is, and he's in Oklahoma City. But anyway, the whole thing is most of you guys can get there within 6 to 8 hours, or at least it's drivable. So Vegas wasn't necessarily drivable. That was a little tough. And if not, because New Orleans is kind of a major hub, airfare is pretty darn cheap, and Megabus goes there. And I say that for a reason because some of our people don't want to fly. And Megabus, you can probably get one way for like $29, $39 if you watch it. So, yeah, Megabus is pretty awesome. So, I tell everybody this for a reason. If you haven't signed up yet, they're going to be opening registration soon. It's not open at the moment, but there's so many reasons to go. And I'm sorry this is blurry. I'll retype it, make it pretty later. But really, it's really to learn about all the fourth quarter products. And I can tell you, corporate standpoint, if you go to Rep Fest, you earn 50% more in fourth quarter. Now, fourth quarter is your biggest quarter of the year. Do you want to earn 50% more? You need to figure out how to go. Country rock. Okay, I messed that totally up. Let me look at that. I'm looking at last year's thing. You can tell where I pulled it from. The big thing is you learn. There's so many classes to teach you skill sets that you didn't even know that you needed. One of the amazing things I think about going is you see all these people who've done all these incredible things in their business, and it's totally different than what I'm telling you because I've never done that. Or they're across the country. They're small towns. They're big towns. They're single women, their families, there's people who their kids are involved. They tell you everything at these events. And there's so much knowledge there that you've really got to try it. Plus, you're going to make best friends with somebody that's not in your area. And that's such an invaluable thing of networking with other representatives. April, how many friends do you have since when you went to Rep Fest? I mean, how many people are you connected to now that you weren't before?
Oh, Lordy. Every year, somewhere in the middle of Rep Fest or towards the end, I have like 50 new friend requests on Facebook.
Right.
But what was really cool about Ohio this year is I got to meet some of my team that I've never met before, but we already felt like friends because we talk so much and we see each other online and everything. And that was probably the best part for me, was being able to physically connect with some of my teammates. And even some of the folks from Pat's team, they're not necessarily on my leg of the team, but I know them too, just because of these trainings and stuff. And I love it. And it's so magical. Can't even explain it. We had so much fun. Deb has to babysit me when Alan's not around.
In Vegas, I'm just saying.
I'm the leader of the Avon team, but I'm not the leader of April. So, it's a lot of fun. So even though it was in Ohio, like, it doesn't matter where it's at, you're gonna have a blast, and you learn so much stuff, and you're just like, wow. And that, like you said, it's stuff you don't even know you need to know. So
it's such a cool opportunity. And the fact that you get to see your fourth quarter products.
Oh my God,
when you
I
leave
love the
there,
product expo.
You're going to know what you're going to sell. I mean, you're going to know what your big hits are going to be. You're going to know what's going to sell out first. There's all these things that you know because you can touch and feel all the product. There's something about that. And you're going to be able to see how they transition into the book, because they usually have a picture of what it's going to look like in the brochure. And some things you're going to think, that doesn't look like anything like it. I've got to take a picture and show everybody because it's dynamic and it's awesome. So attending Rep Fest is
you
very
even
important
get
for your business.
bundle opportunities.
That's right.
You get an opportunity to buy it before it's even in the What's New book.
Well, that might be important considering we tend to run out of those things that are 20% off. We should run out of them. You know, I'm not saying that. Yes, it was a little challenge this year. You know, it was, but we should run out of those things, because those are the things that we need to get rid of first. We should not run out before they get the book. But that's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
I think that'll get better this year. We had too many issues. So some people are probably asking, how am I going to pay for it? I'd love to go, how am I going to pay for that? You're going to do the dime challenge, and I'll show you what that is in a second. I love the dime challenge. Everybody can do it. Your husband can contribute, your mother, your cousins, your friends. It's fun. Number two, you can increase your sales to increase your earnings. Just like we talked about before, if you plan for it, you will earn it. If you say, I usually calculate about a $700, if you're driving, about $700. Registration, your hotel, your all those little things you've got to pay for. Let's just get real. And I could be wrong. You know, the prices could be different this year. I know you can use points if you're President's Club. You can use some points to pay for some of these things. But I always say, let's start at 700 and see what we can do, right? You meet your upline and you make a plan. You can also funway your way to New Orleans. A lot of people do fundraisers and say, I'm doing this fundraiser because I'm trying to raise money to go to New Orleans to learn about my business. And this is the only way I really know how, so that I can give more to the community. Your customers and your friends love you. They'll tend to let you. They'll do it. You just got to talk about it. And remember, it is drivable. So that cuts down on a lot of costs for most people. It really does. Yes.
Ooh, can I say also?
And the good thing about last year. Oh, sorry.
Ride together. Get a couple of your friends together. Split a room. You can split a room with a few people, because, like, seriously, I love being comfortable in my bed and stuff, but you spend just enough time to sleep and shower in your room. The rest of the time you are so busy hanging out, learning stuff, doing Avon partying, general session. So split costs with folks. Like, ask people on Pat's big umbrella team first, because we all, like, she's spread out through the whole country. There's somebody close enough to you that you can carpool with. Plus, then it's fun, you know. like Deb took 2 people with her. She drove to Ohio from Georgia with 2 people. But they had the best time. I loved watching their their pictures and stuff. It was hilarious. So they had a blast. But that saved them money on a plane ticket and stuff. You know, they split gas and they had snacks and then they split a room. So it worked out really great for them. So because one of the girls, she wouldn't have been able to go if it was just her. So Deb was like, "You're going. We're going to work this out." So she made it happen.
You're absolutely right. Cassandra, what did you say, hon?
Well, I was just gonna say the cool thing about last year, we were able to get the payment plan. So you never know, what type of perks you're gonna have for going. And I think the payment plan is like what, $3.95 or something. I mean, it's like dirt. It's nothing. So
it's true. Yeah, and that's kind of what they'll definitely be coming out with information, guys, on this. I'm sure by the end of the month. Just like everybody else, they took a break for Christmas too, for the holidays, and they're just getting back. So it's pretty exciting. Now let's talk about the dime challenge. I love this thing. It really does work, and not just for like this, it works for anything. This is the dime challenge. You get a 2-liter bottle and you fill it with dimes. And that is about $700 right there. Now, how many of you guys probably have a change jar or something now that you throw things in? What if you ask for your change back in dimes every time? What if you told every family, friend, customer that you're collecting dimes? I'm collecting dimes for New Orleans so I can go. This thing will fill up really quick. I know it's silly, but I'm going to tell you it works. And it's just, oh, look, she's already got her thing. I love it. I love that. Look, see, look, I love it. That's how you do it, y'all. That is how you do it. You can make it quarters for more money, obviously, but the dime challenge is just something fun. If you make it all about the dimes on your social media, all about, show it constantly. Your customers are going to start giving you dimes. Your neighbors are going to find dimes and throw it in your mailbox. I'm telling you, it's insanely silly, but it's something to celebrate and that you can measure. And if you bring your customers and your friends and family along with you on that journey, it creates a stronger bond. And I'm going to tell you, customers love you. Yeah, your social media is great if you throw up something about an Avon product. Do you know how much they're going to love saying, look at my dimes? And they're going to get on and watch you every week. And that's just going to increase your business. So I'm sorry, I'm talking social media stuff. I get excited. This is something that can make you money, that can get you to New Orleans, and that can create a bond between you and your customers. It works. It really works. So anybody who wants to go to RepFest can go. Every single person that you know can go. We just got to save the money for it, right? End of the day. So this is an easy way to do it. If you want to get with me, get with Pat, get with any of your uplines and work out a plan, be happy to do that. Be happy to do that. Just let us know what we can do for you. But if you want to go to RepFest and you're trying to figure it out, reach out to somebody. Do not wait until the last day to register and say, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Let's do it early. Plan for it now. Give it a couple months and this thing will be filled up. It's just kind of how it works. All right, let's go to the next little thing. Do not forget that we can still go to Los Cabos. We're going to Cabo, everybody. Did you know that? You can earn your way. And while we did have all the little pre-points that we could get, that's done. So we've got campaign 1 to campaign 8 to get our points if you hadn't got them already. 5,000 points is going to get you there. 7,000 is going to get you and a guest. You want to take your mama on a trip? This is a good one to do. Y'all can lay on the beach. 3 nights at the Hyatt. Oh my God, it's gorgeous out there. All your food, all your drink, your airfare. You'll have an absolute ball. So don't forget this is there. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, can I do that? Yeah, you can do it. You can start today. You can make this happen. Contact me, your upline, somebody, if you want to go to Cabo. You want to take your hubby on a trip and surprise him because he's sitting there telling you, you're spending so much time on this Avon business. Yeah, you take him to Cabo and he'll be like, honey, what can I do? That's how it works. And the fact that Avon gives you an opportunity to earn these things, it is huge, a huge opportunity. So don't give up your opportunities just because you think I don't know how or I can't do it. If you want it, you can make it happen. Any questions about this? Because I know, or comments, because I know some of you guys went on last year's trip, right?
I was on the cruise and I took Alan, and she is so right. He was already pretty supportive. Like once I started making real money, that's when he was like, "Hey, so what's happening now? What do I need to do? Do I need to watch the kids?" But going on the free cruise, that was literally a week after our 16th anniversary, so that was like perfect timing. I was like, "Happy anniversary, babe! Look what I got for you." It was amazing. Cassandra saw me. And I can't even walk straight. Like, it was great, wasn't it, Cassandra? Oh, we sat in the hot tub and just had cocktails just coming at us. We remember the hot tub, and we had like 10 drinks, and we didn't know where they were from. We were just like, okay, let's have the drink.
I was looking at that picture the other day, April, me and you in the hot tub just chilling. I was just like, man. You was living the life.
I was living my best life.
I wasn't sober much, but I had a good time.
Alan and Cassandra danced the night away. Like, he had a blast with her. So,
I couldn't even walk. The last day, I danced so much. Knew my knee was hurting and everything, and I just kept on like it wasn't nothing. So it was worth it.
It was the best thing ever.
Look, you guys work so hard. You own your own business. You're a business owner. If there is an opportunity to do a trip, to give something back to your family and yourself to relax, you take the opportunity.
And there was no training, no, you got to be here at this time and all that stuff, except there was recognition, and then the farewell thing, which was fun, and the recognition thing, that was interesting because I was already 3 sheets to the wind, and I didn't know I was getting recognized for anything. And there's this horrible picture of me standing there next to Betty Palm holding this little plaque, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It was a good trip, April.
It was great.
Yeah, it looks like the only thing you have to do with everybody on these 3 nights is a welcome reception and a farewell dinner. Otherwise, it's you and yours the whole time.
They had stuff planned if you wanted to go, but if you just wanted to get drunk in the hot tub, that was cool. Alan and I got off and we did an excursion. We took a rumboat tour. Pat and Paul and Alan and I, we got off one day and we went around Bermuda, which we went on one section in Bermuda and just kind of walked around through the stores, and it was like a different, it was a different country, but it was just almost a different reality. It was just the craziest little, coolest, cleanest place I've ever seen in my life. And then we went to the beach one day. We took a bus down to the beach where I thought we were going to die on the bus. They drive on a different side of the road. But the water was like crystal clear, and it was just crazy. But it was just, I can't even imagine, like, I can't describe exactly how amazing it really was. And I kept, like, I told Alan every day, I was like, I can't believe we're here and we're not paying for anything. Like, every night on the cruise, you can hit the button on your TV and it'll show you what you ate, what you drank, what you did. And, there's some people that probably had charges every day, and we looked at ours and I was like, man, we threw down some drinks, but they all said 0 next to them. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It was crazy, y'all. So,
yeah, I took a picture of that. I think that was the amazing part, looking at the TV like, man, it's $0. all this damage for free.
They give you that so you can appreciate what they're doing for you, what they're spending on you.
That's
guys, they don't skimp, and anybody can earn this. Like, the majority of the people on there were like ambassador level folks, because, like, let's be real, it's easier to bring in new people if you haven't really, went through your warm market a billion times already. So the people who are sitting here going, I can't earn that trip, I can't do it. You're the ones who can do it faster than the rest of us can, So you have to understand that we all have to go, and we'll get new shirts made for Mexico. We had team shirts made. It was great.
I can tell you that staying at a resort, as you will be in Mexico, is in some ways much better even than the cruises. The cruises are great. All you can eat, you're never hungry, all you can drink when Avon's footing the bill, those kind of things. But when you're at a resort, I've been on some fabulous vacations at unreal resorts that you just couldn't imagine unless you've had that lifestyle, where you go in different restaurants, sit down and order and just sign the tab like you somebody. And you might take 20 people in there with you from your friends there with Avon at the resort. It's just awesome. It just shows you another side of life and makes you want more. I can guarantee you that. Avon really puts it out when you earn an incentive for something like this.
And I'll say it, another way. Working in regular corporate jobs, as hard as you work, you're not going to earn these type of trips.
Mm-mm.
It just doesn't work that way. I went on a corporate trip. I went on several with Avon that I earned. I went to Costa Rica, got to bring my husband, all inclusive, overlooking cliffs and water and booze and you name it. And they're right. And that's just, it's not normal. And we sell lipstick, people. We sell skincare, and we get to take crazy trips this trip alone, it's probably like a $5,000 trip. Are you going to normally spend $5,000 on 4 days gone? Yeah, imagine if you did. And they're doing
spend money on nothing.
So I know we get excited, we talk about it a lot, but man, the trips are amazing. And it's what makes going out at 9 o'clock to meet a customer to give them something worthwhile. It's all these additional things that we can do. So if you want to go to Cabo and you don't have a plan, you need to call somebody. You need to scream and yell, shout out. We will help you make a plan to get there, because it is possible. If you started today in Avon, you can get to Cabo. If you've been here 6 years and putting in $50 orders every 2 weeks, you can get to Cabo. It doesn't matter. If you want to go, you can go. So you guys reach out to us so we can help you make a plan to get there. Now, let's talk about getting healthy this year. And I don't mean losing weight. Although, I need to do that too. And we got some products that'll help do that these days. It's all about you, your business, and your body. And when I say that, I'm talking about you, meaning your mind. You've got to create that positive self-image in yourself and what you're doing. 2, we're talking about your business. What healthy activities are you doing to drive your business? All right, you got to do certain activities to make it a healthy business. And 3, your body. And I say this for a reason. A lot of people tell me, I don't wear makeup, Rhonda. How can I sell? I don't do this. How can I do this? We have enough products to make you look and feel healthy without putting a single drop of color on your face. So I want to talk about these things a little bit in detail. And I think it's important. Healthy for you. And Miss Pat, this reminds me a little of what you were talking about. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. And that is very true. Realizing that the perfect world does not exist. There is no perfect life balance. It will never happen. Balance means you're always tipping over one way or the other. And that's okay. And I think part of this world and owning your own business and being an entrepreneur, no matter what type of thing that you're selling, is realizing it's okay to be imperfect and you need to let it go. Your world fell apart today because the kids got sick and you had to pick them up. Okay, what do you add on tomorrow to make up for that? You got to stay home because you got 3 kids with a fever. What can you do from home to make still work while they're napping? It's figuring out your balance. Number 2, you need to prioritize. If you want it, if it's important to you, then you'll find a way to do it. We can't lie to ourselves anymore and say we don't have time. You're right, you don't have time. Or do you? We all have 24 hours in a day. So looking at your list of things that you have to do, which ones are most important to you? And yes, some of it's going to be your family. And it needs to be. You don't want to feel like, things are left out. So prioritize what you're doing. That's that healthy thing. You've got to get it in your mindset of what's most important to me. Number 3, take time to learn. As you're growing, you're going to have to increase your skill set and your knowledge. It's just the way it works. I don't care how much you know, there's still so much you don't know. Because things change, Think of the internet. Think of a cell phone. When my son was born, I had a flip phone or a razor. That's a flip phone. He's 14. I couldn't live without a smartphone these days. So you have to continue to learn and do business in different ways. You need to read. You need to be a part of these things like you're doing right now, to have those discussions, to hear those stories, because somebody's going to say something, or you're going to read something that a light bulb is going to go off. But if you never open the book, you missed out. Okay? So you've got to take time to do those things. Another thing, grasp onto all the opportunities that are offered to you. You never know when they're going to come around again. That opportunity could be a trip. It could be, going to doing a bridal show, and you can sell $5,000 there. You don't know. It could be, speaking in front of the women's group at church. Look at everything that comes at you as an opportunity. Grab as many as you can and do them. Because a lot of times we're afraid to try. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and fail. You have permission. Think about it. I can screw up as much as I want. At least I did something. I can tell you you're going to fail 100% of the time if you don't try it. And I think that at the end of the day is such a big thing. And it's a mindset change. Keep a positive book. I have found this to be helpful over the years. Every time something happens positive in your business life, write it down. It may be that your customer gave you a great compliment that you've helped her. It could be that you've raised money for somebody. Anything positive. Your child looked up at you and said, "Mommy, I love how you do this." Anything. Keep it in a notebook. Because when you're having a down day and when life kicks you a little bit, you need to be able to open something up and see the reasons why we do these things and the positive impact that it has on your lives and how you impact others. It's something really simple to do. And last but not least, you're going to laugh. I'm not telling you to exercise, but I am telling you to get up and move at least 15 minutes a day. Typically, we run, we get crazy, but do we take 15 minutes to just move? Go dance with your kids and turn up the music. Go take a walk. I put this on the thing. There's a YouTube video to do chair exercises. You can sit at your desk and work your butt off, but can you take 10 minutes to do some chair yoga? Yes, you can. You can do it. So it's the little things that's going to help you stay positive, because that's going to increase your endorphins. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to keep your brain focused. And that's kind of what you do when there's no boss looking over your shoulder. You're responsible to make yourself feel better. You're the only one who can do that. Moving on a little bit. I know I'm skipping. I want to talk about healthy things for your business. I'm a big believer in picking a game for yourself each week. Do scavenger hunts. Find 3, how are you going to find those redheads that you want to go sell to or you want to recruit this week? You say, I'm going to find them. I laugh at that. And I would go out and say, I'm going to find 5 people with red shoes to talk to today. And I would find 5 people with red shoes. It kept me engaged in what I was doing, and it gave me a goal. I had to play games with myself to make things work. Do scavenger hunts, do coffees at McDonald's, drop in on 3 new businesses a week. If that's your game, check it off the list. You have to keep yourself interested in your business, because we can't do that for you. Being honest. We can give you ideas, but only you can make those things happen. Everyone, no matter where you are in this business, should think about bringing 1 new person to join Avon in your business every week. If you're talking to people, somebody needs the opportunity. Offer it and then teach them what to do. it's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make you, well, first off, you're going to go into leadership, which it's going to increase your money at the end of the day. But more than that, it gives you such a great feeling to help other people. And in your business, you're better when you're showing other people. When you kind of have an accountability partner, you're like, oh, I have to do this because I have to show her what she's got to do. You're better. So think about doing that and how to. Are you running across people who ask you the questions? And y'all have heard me say this before, but if somebody says, are you making money at it? Is it fun? Do you enjoy it? That means they think they may enjoy it, or they may make money at it too, and they're waiting for you to ask. So ask. Keep it, just ask. Hey, do you want to do this with me too? You'd be great at it. People will surprise you. And a lot of times not the people that you think. Make sure you always are bring your brochures, your sample, and most of all, your love everywhere you go. You know, the great representatives, when they walk in, they light up a room. Have you noticed that? They do, because that love shines through. So have those happy thoughts. I want you to think that social media is your friend. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'll probably be saying this a lot over the next year. Online orders for Avon average $51. If your customer, what did she say? Who said what?
I typed in like Mama Pat's swagger when you were talking about how people light up the room.
That's right.
So, she's got swagger.
She does swagger. I've seen her do it. It's like, wow, who's she? And then see an Avon button right here.
I love y'all. Y'all are something else.
It's true though. I mean, she's right. Here's the thing about social media, guys, and this is going to be really important, I think, for this year, not only for our team, but I think it's going to be an Avon focus as well. The average order that your customer will order online by themselves from your web store is $51. The average in-person sale is $22. Think about that.
That's going up. I just heard that the average order was $55.
Oh, good. Last I heard it was $51.
Just heard that just a short time ago.
Good. So that's amazing. My whole thing of this is, are you working your business to gain online customers? Because if you're not, you're crazy. I'm just being honest. You're going to reach a limit till you can't deliver anymore. You're just going to reach a limit, period. So if there's an opportunity for them to order online and you know who those people are, you may have some current customers. If not, we're going to go find you some, and we're going to learn how to do it this year.
That literally happened to me years ago. I absolutely could not deliver one more order, even though I had a lot of them picking up at my house. I mean, it was impossible. I couldn't have worked any more hours. I had to do something. We didn't even have online back then.
It's true, and you just have to figure it out. So we're going to really focus on our social media to make healthy habits in your business, because you've got to gain those online customers to really have a healthy business. You can only do so much in a day in person. 15 minutes online, you can reach a whole lot more people than you can walking the streets for 15 minutes. I'm not saying there's not value in both, because there is, but that's a part of the business that a lot of people ignore. So we're going to talk about that a lot as time goes on. Talk to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. I say 2,500 people. I mean, it's 25 people a week, 1,300 people in a year. If 10% buy from you, that's 130 new customers. Let me tell you, if you're talking to that many, you're at least going to get 20% to buy from you. That's 260 customers. All right. What if 5% of them wanted to sell? Not unreasonable. That's 65 new team members. So think about that. Are you doing your 5 a day? That's healthy for your business. And if you're like, I work all the time, Rhonda, I can't do that every single day. Okay, get 25 in a week. I don't care how you do it. Just figure out how to do it. You can go get that in a Saturday. You just got to figure out how to make it work.
Somebody just made a really good suggestion in the chat box for those, since we're talking about this. Diana said, go visit someone in the hospital. Nurses love Avon. She was in the hospital for a week and her nurses ate it up. And she was posting a ton about it on Facebook. She unfortunately was in the hospital for a while, and but they were all very excited to see her and talk to her. And the nurses were holding up the books and stuff. It was fantastic. So that's an excellent idea.
It is,
Absolutely.
there's something to be said about Avon and about an Avon representative. They're not going to get service from a drugstore. They're not going to get the same service even in a department store, because they can't ask, how's your mama, and know who she is. Your Avon representative does. And I think there's something to be said, just like Diana said, you got to talk to people wherever you are. If you have to go to the hospital, if something is going on, you just take it with you. I know Beth talks about when she would go for treatments, she took her books with her, always. And you just figure out how to make things work. And that's part of the business. You bring it with you wherever you go. Lastly, on your healthy parts for your business, make sure you think about events. Focus on holiday selling. We have Valentine's coming up. You have Mother's Day. You have Easter. You have, end of school. You've got 4th of July, summer picnics. You've got, you name it. Every month there's something going on. How do you work that into your business? And how do you sell products around that? Also think, have Facebook parties. Do it consistently. Go to your church bazaars when they have them, your spring flings. Find events and do them. And if you don't know what you're doing, when you're going to go do it, you call your mentor. You talk about it on Facebook with us. We'll give you hints and we'll tell you what to do. You're not alone, but look for those opportunities in your business to grow. Last but not least, it's healthy for your body. And this one is, I know it's kind of an odd way to talk about it, but it's important. Stress has got to go. You've got to keep yourself healthy by fighting stress this year. Part of being an entrepreneur is we're always stressed out about what we're doing. That's part of owning your own business, because nobody tells you what to do. You own it all. And sometimes that can be very stressful. So here are my tips for you and for everybody here. Don't go to bed without making a plan for tomorrow. The worst thing to do is get up, get the kids on the bus, whatever, and you're like, now what? If you didn't make a plan, you're freaking out. Your stress levels are going up and your whole day is going to shift. So take 5 to 10 minutes the day before and plan out what you're going to do. Even if it's, I'm not packing the car till tomorrow, I'm going to write a little note saying I'm going to take the kids, I'm going to pack the car, and I'm going here, here, and here. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. It will make your stress much lower. It'll impact your business. It'll impact your body and your family because you're not stressed all the time. Number 2, plan for downtime and family time. Miss Pat, I mean you. And I say that because we don't plan for it. A lot of times when you're on your own business, you work it and you work hard. And there is no shame in your game because you want to achieve everything. But you've got to take downtime because we're sharper if we plan to not answer the phone for the next 6 hours. Put down your cell phone at least half a day a week. That means don't check it for half a day. Oh, we get a lead, it can wait 3 hours. It's important to take that downtime with your family. Look at April. She's like, what? You know what I mean? Got to take time, because if you don't, you'll end up exhausted. How many times have we looked up and said, we're not sleeping? We're not, there's just so much going on. I haven't seen my family in 3 weeks. We've booked back-to-back events 3 weeks in a row. Especially during the summer when we're trying to do all those events. So I want you to make sure you're planning that. Use our skincare products to create a regimen. Why does somebody say that's important? Nothing is worse than feeling that your skin looks terrible. How can I go sell a product when look at my skin? Use our skincare. I tell people, give it 5 weeks. You can send it back if you hate it. But here's the thing. Find one that works, use it, talk about it, and sell it. You will feel better, your skin will look better, and your customers are going to notice, and you're going to sell more. It matters. Use the health and wellness line that we have. Everybody needs a vitamin right now. It is flu season. It's everywhere. Find something that you like and then consistently use it. It doesn't matter what the product is in the Aspira line, find one. And again, talk about it and use it. It will make you feel better. Having a multivitamin every day will give you more energy. It truly will. The product that'll help you sleep better. I know it's got, I can't remember the name of them right now, so I apologize. We got a sleep one. We've got a
restful sleep.
Yes, thank you. And we've got so many different ones. Maybe it's a shake that you like to make a protein shake in the afternoon. You know, maybe it's a greens product to add more greens to your diet. There's a lot of things that we carry. Use one. You get it at a discount. If you use it and talk about it, you will sell it. Does everybody know that? What you use, what you talk about is what you sell. Is there a comment there?
Can we take the vitamin D that was sent out? Can I respond to that?
Yes, of course.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's probably potent if you just got the 30-day supply as a demo. However, the reason they took it off the market and the reason they don't want us to sell it is because it will not be potent through the expiration date, which is in 2020 or something like that. So until they get it right, they're not going to sell it. So don't sell it to your customers. They won't ship it to you. If you ordered it as a demo, they're going to refund, give you a credit back for it. They're not even asking you to return it. But would it hurt you? No. But that's about all I can tell you. I hope that answers it.
That's a good one, Pat. I did see something on that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Avon is smart enough to look at it and say, nope, that's not going to work. I would rather them pull it than it be an issue. So good for Avon so that catch. That's a great quality check that we have. Avon does a good job with our quality checks, I think. Next, we only have a few more of these. If you need a lipstick to make you feel better, because I know I do, we have it. Okay? Maybe it's a chapstick. This is one of ours, although I love to peel the labels off mine. But this is one of our chapsticks. My point is we have something in our line that will make your body better. Is your skin dry? We have lotion. Find something in our line that we will use. If you haven't replaced your daily needs with Avon products, it's time to start looking. Okay? Because if you use it, you what? Sell it. If you use it, you sell it. All right? Now, if you need vacation money or a new refrigerator because it just broke, that's stressful, isn't it? Do you know how to stop that stress? You make a plan to earn more money and you do it. The difference between us, we have no control over the crazy things that happens, like our refrigerator breaks, or we know we're going to need a new washing machine. Having the ability to put money aside for those things is big. So make a plan for some of your earnings. Maybe you've always sold $10,000. Well, what happens if you want to sell $10,100? Do you have a plan how to make that work? All right. So think about those things. What an extra $100 do because you plan to make another $100 every single month to put in savings for emergencies. Hello. It's little things that's going to decrease your stress when you feel like you have more control over it. Staying positive. You can control that to a point, right? You know, the things that are going to happen, it is what it is. You have to find your half glass full in 2019 and then don't let it go. I don't care if you get a glass, you fill it with plastic so it's always half full and sits on your desk. You know what I'm saying? You've got to find those things that make you remember. So find that positive energy, whatever it is, and hang on to it. Because, you know, things will get in the way. And we've got to figure out how to remain that positive energy in our business. Because if you're not positive, you can see it. All you got to do is go to the Avon website and see everybody being negative. Things happen. How do you get around it? We figure out how to make it work. You got to stay positive. Remember your why. Everybody needs to write it out and revisit it. If you have not done that lately, do it again, at least yearly. You know, why are you doing this? And your why changes. You know, I laugh. Sometimes it started with I need an extra few $100. Now I need to make my mortgage payment, right? So you've got to go back and look at those things again. Lastly, remember to eat, sleep, and rest. If you don't, you will die in your business. You a run 16 hours a day, for 10 days straight, and then you will crash and burn. And then all of a sudden you forgot to place an order. Sound right? So remember the little things to keep you healthy. You are the driver in this business. You are the one employee you have, right? Yes, you may employ your nieces and nephews and kids and husband occasionally. But at the end of the day, if you're not healthy, your business isn't running healthy. So try to keep, and you're going to get sick, so I don't mean that, but do everything in you can to keep yourself calm and focused, because the less stress we have in our life, the more focused that we are. Okay. Also, don't be afraid to take a day at home every campaign. Do a half day to plan your social media, all your planning, everything you've got to do a half a day. And the second half of the day, do all your follow-up. You're going to do your follow-up anyway. I want you to do it in your pajamas with your warm socks on and your cup of hot tea, and you sit back and chill out and do everything. Because if you do, that gives you a full day to refocus. You've talked to your customers. You know what you're doing, right? If you do that every 2 weeks, what will that do for you? Right? It's crazy. And you may not need that much time, but it's putting it on a calendar and making sure you do it. Because how many times do we not plan and then we forget to order our samples? Do we not look at what's coming up new and forget? We want to make sure we plan those things right. I'm almost done with everybody. Now, this is really the big thing I want to talk to you about this year. These are our thoughts for our sales focus. If we're saying what's our theme, we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to get healthy. But how are we going to make money? We're going to focus on a few things. One, if you get one health and wellness customer using 3 products, and I'm going to tell you, I was looking at it thinking, okay, I would take the sleep products personally. I would take a vitamin, and there was one other one that I really liked. And I thought, or maybe I'll do, there's so many that we have. 3 is not unreasonable once they start doing it. That's about $62 a month. And those are with sale prices. That is not full price. Because you and I both know we'll never have everything all the time, not on sale. So if you look at that, that's $744 a year for one customer who uses our health and wellness products. And 10 customers is $7,440. How many health and wellness customers do you have today? I can tell you, not enough.
Nobody has enough.
No, and because it's a great product line, and health and wellness is so huge and popular. How many people are going vegan right now, or they're going whole food, or they're doing organic, or the trends are all out there to take care of yourself. They all need a vitamin supplement. They all want to use natural products to feel better and not go to the doctor and take additional medicines. We have something to provide, so we need to put a focus on that. A new customers, I kind of went through and looked. I lowballed that $125 every 3 months. I can tell you I can definitely spend more than that. But I picked lower price items in our new line. That's about $500 a year. So 10 customers is $5,000 in sales a year. Now I'm going to tell you, they're going to order more than the new. This is just if they order a new. So think about that. I always look at full face color. I found the craziest thing. Do you know we as women spend an average of $3,770 on mascara in our lifetime?
I probably spent more than that.
Yeah, but that's the number one thing is mascara that we as women buy. On average, we spend in color $300 a year. That's not just selling them a lipstick though, guys. That's selling full face. And we're going to talk about that a lot more this year on how to sell full face. You got to make sure they have everything they need. Even if they're a natural, they do the tinted moisturizers and all kinds of stuff, they still need to have quite a few products. And we need to make sure they know what they need. The perfume industry sold $45.6 billion in 2018. Are you getting your piece of that? Because I think we're still the number one seller of fragrance, right? We're the number one seller in the world of fragrance. And the whole industry sold $45 billion. So I tell you this for a reason. Focusing your sales, all your marketing efforts on the money makers in Avon, and let's get real, on the product that we typically have in stock, right? I'm not saying that there's not a screw up occasionally. But in general, these are the products that we have. Your time, your education, what you spend time learning, all your sales strategies should be focused on what makes you the most money. If they're going to buy shoes, they're going to buy shoes. That's not what you're going to sell them. That's not what you're going to educate them on. You're going to educate them on what kind of skincare do you use? Let's talk about what vitamins do you take this year? Everybody's trying to get healthy. It's having those talking points on what you're selling that's going to make you money. How do you feel about these sales numbers and these thoughts? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, April just made a great point. She says replenishable items, consumable items. But all of these things, if you look at it, have to be replenished. You use them up, you consume them, and you have to get more. And that's what keeps your business running and keeps making you repeat money.
Did you see the 8 online customers part? We figured it out. And if I had $51 average, if you're telling me 55, that'll go up. But if you had 8 online customers a campaign placing orders on average, you're going to make PC. 8. Now we know they don't order every single month, but say that you order every campaign. Say you had them that ordered every 6 weeks. So you'd need 24 customers that ordered online to get to PC. How do you feel about that? Does that change your strategy at all? I mean, if we could have every person on our team, if you're a leader, get to PC because they had 24 online customers, what would that do for your business? Blow up. What if they went out and got 10 people using Aspira? Every single representative on your team. What if we taught them how to really sell skincare? It would explode. So these are the things I want you to really think about as you're planning and taking the time this year. Everything that, and I hope Pat is okay with this, every single thing that we do education-wise this year are focusing in on these things. I want you guys to learn about the Aspira line and who to sell it to and how to sell it. I want you to know your skincare. Oh my gosh, big, huge moneymaker. I want you to know how to use color. It doesn't matter if you use it. You need to know how to talk about it. You need the lingo. Do you know how many YouTube channels there are right now for all these kids doing makeup videos? It's insane. Why? People watch it. People watch it. I have people I follow. I watch every single video that X-Markage does. I've watched it for like 10 years. She puts like 2 a week out. Can you imagine the time I spend doing that? So there's little things like that that's going to add to your business. I want you to be successful and make money. Rebecca, I don't want you to break even. I want you to blow it out of the water and take your family on a huge vacation this year. All of them. You know, I want you to have the money to do something crazy like buy a new bedroom suit or, hey, I don't know, pay off a credit card, right? Those are the things that we need in our business. Lastly, just to keep your call to action clear, get your 2-liter bottle set up and do your dime challenge. It's fun. It'll involve your customers and your neighbors and your mom and your sister, and it'll be fun to share. Schedule some one-on-one planning time with your upline, you know, your I don't know why I put manager, your upline or your training partners. It doesn't hurt to have somebody else hear what you're going to do. They may be able to help you and see something that you may miss. Lastly, make a plan. What are you going to sell? What are you going to do? You know, it's okay to say, I'm going to make $10,000 this year. That's great. How? What are you going to sell? What are you going to do? All right. So that's what it comes down to at the end of the day is making that plan, figuring it out. And it doesn't take long to plan if you make a master plan and then you just glance at it and you adjust weekly. It's not that hard. It's just taking the time to do it now. So that's all I have. I'm going to stop sharing. I will put these slides on a PDF and post them. Not that you have to have them, but sometimes you want them for notes. And that way you don't have to write everything down. And do you have any comments? Is there anything that you want to share?
It was great, Rhonda. You did a great job, and I'm glad you're going to make that available for everybody.
I absolutely will. Glenda, I thought you'd shaved all your hair off. I didn't realize it was a ponytail. You just freaked me out. Thanks.
Sorry, I'm feeling under the weather today, so I'm just staying quiet over here.
Anybody, did I miss anything? I know that was long. I'm not a big believer in making it really long. But this year is about getting your mindset right. You got to have your healthy mind and your healthy business. And if you miss that, you're missing an opportunity. Go ahead, Miss April.
I didn't have anything to say. I'm sorry. I just unmuted because everyone else was talking too.
Gotcha.
I've already talked a lot.
That's all right. Anybody have anything to share? Marie, do you have anything? How are you doing up there?
She's muted.
I know. She'll unmute when she's ready. Okay, guys. Well,
There she goes.
I'll just say hello. I've had a rough week. I'm actually in Georgia. My mom's real sick. I've had a lot going on this week. So I just wanted to at least catch up with what everybody was doing. But I'm doing okay. I'm still working on, of course, my business. 2019 is going to be a big year for me, too. I'm going to be working hard just to bring myself, back to growth with, being a brand new place and still trying to hang on to my Georgia customers. I'm still working on that. So I'm working away. We'll see what happens. I've just, my mom has just been really, really sick, and we just got her in rehab this week. And I'm going to be heading back to to North Carolina tomorrow. And then I'll be back in a couple of weeks to follow up and see how things go. So it's just, I've been quiet because I've had just too much happening this week. I'm kind of like totally exhausted. So,
Marie, I hope to speak with you sometime very soon. I'm kind of having a hectic. It's not bad. It's good. It's exciting, but a lot going on. But I've been very concerned about your mom.
well, thank you very much. I
I
appreciate
left you a
that.
message the other day, but I've never gotten around to calling you. And maybe that's it to be, because you need to hear from your mom right now.
Right. Well, we will catch up. I've been just trying to keep things going as best I can. So that's what I've been doing. So I've had y'all on mute because I'm at my brother's house. So there's a lot of things going on all around me. So I had a lot of different noise. But anyway, it's been great hearing all this exciting things for this 2019. So I'm excited to see where we're going and see how far we're going to go this year and for Team Unlimited.
Awesome. Well, that is wonderful. Miss Pat, do you have any last words for us?
I just want to say that I'm excited about next week in San Antonio for the leadership kickoff with Avon. I hope we have a lot of good information to share, probably while we're there and certainly when we return. I hope everybody will stay tuned for that. I don't have anything really other than what I've already said. I'm just really excited. Your presentation really did me good, Rhonda. You lift me up. So I thank you so much. And I wish you all a wonderful year, and we'll be seeing and talking a lot more than we have in the past. Every time I talk very much, my throat starts to go, my voice starts to go, and it's starting. But that's really about it.
Wonderful. And while you were gone, we voted for lots more videos from you this year.
I'm sure you did.
We actually did.
We did. And it was unanimous.
It was. We all said, yay. All right, guys. Well, everybody have a wonderful week. Look forward to you next week. We get started on new rep training classes and that stuff next week again. Y'all have a good trip next week if I don't talk to you, the people who are going. And I'm available. So y'all reach out to me next week. I'm here. They may be out of town, but I'm here. So if you need me, just let me know.
Thank you all for showing up today. That says a lot that you showed up today.
Thank you to my babies. I see y'all. I see you.
Well, everybody, have a wonderful day.
Miss Pat gonna
What now, babe?
I was asking Miss Pat, was she going to be available for a few minutes?
I have a 2:00 Zoom with the CEO, but I'll be available after that call is over. Cassandra, you want me to call you?
Yes, ma'am.
I am glad to. I was so glad to see you here, and I will definitely call you.